has recently been in the hospital quite a bit, and it's come to my attention, or my observation rather, that things can still be done to keep the body working, keep everything functioning, even while you're recovering in the bed, doing some basic yoga techniques. So today we'll be covering hips here and eyes. Yes, eye yoga. So the first one for hips, we'll just get a pillow behind us here. Notice I have the bed slightly raised, and we'll take our right leg, just place it here above the knee, take your finger like a pointer, and this is a very interesting rotation. We're trying to make a circle with the knee. You don't want to move the finger, using the finger as a guide. So you're going up and around. Just a nice little circle there to move the hip. So close your eyes. Once you see a circle there being drawn with your finger, again, the movement is down, up, and around with the knee, moving the whole upper leg to get that hip socket there with a complete rotation. So close your eyes, exhale, breath down, inhale up. You'll be going clockwise here with your circle, or the direction that you're going now. A few more breaths. And then pause at the top and back around the other way. Again, just continue with the breath. Nice little circles. After a while, you might find, is with the exhale breath, you can guide that knee. Let it fall a little bit closer towards the floor, towards the bed, opening a bit more of the hip. Just using the breath, get that extra space. Relax, release. And in between, while we're here in bed, a nice thing to do in between the sequence here is just window wipers. So moving your feet side to side, like window wipers in a car, and then take your left foot. We'll just repeat the same thing here. Again, taking your left hand, making a pointer with the forefinger, and carefully drawing a circle. Using that finger as a guide. And again, just moving the whole upper leg up, back, around, forward, and down, making a circle. Once you have your circle, add the breath element. Inhale as you're coming up. Exhale as you're coming down to the bottom of the circle. Nice and slow, guided with the breath here. Remember, all the breathing through the nose. Nice deep inhale and exhale. Improves and benefits each pose and technique that we're doing here today. Now pause at the top and back around the other way. Close your eyes. Send the oxygen there to the hip. And nice circles. If you're not getting complete movement at first, just be patient. Sometimes it takes a couple tries to get the technique. But once you have it there, like I said, on the exhale breath, you might find that you can guide the knee down further towards the floor, towards the bed, and get more movement or opening out of the hip. Pause, release. Now we'll go for classic butterflies. So again, bring yourself up here. Soles of the feet are together. Hold on to your feet. And you can either bring the heels in close or have them a little bit further out, depending on what your flexibility and comfort level is here in the bed. And bringing up. Inhale. Pushing down. Exhale. Try to keep the shoulders back as much as possible. Don't hunch over. Don't cut off the breath. Keep the head raised. Inhale up. Exhale down. I just also have a pillow behind my back, so to keep a little bit of leverage there, maintain the posture. As you are in a bed, it's sometimes a bit difficult to stay seated. But keep going. One more time. Up Bring those knees upwards, about 45 degrees. And exhale slowly. This time on the last exhale, hold it there for a little bit. Maybe a couple seconds. See if those knees go just a little bit further. And release. And now again, in between sets, feet out in front, window wipers, and side to side here. Now we'll go for one that's a little more advanced and particularly needs a little bit of equipment, yoga brick to be exact. But it's also a very good technique to open the hips. Maybe you want to try this, maybe you don't. It's optional. Like I said, it's kind of advanced. But if you can get a yoga brick or something similar, maybe a large book underneath you to sit on, right at the base of the spine, and in this case, at the crease of the bed, which you have the bed behind you supporting you. And then you take one heel, so your left foot, bring it in as close as possible to that brick, right at the base of the spine, and the other heel just placing it right in front, not on top, just in front. And then take your hands. If you're with one of these beds here, you can put your forearms behind you and then just roll the hips forward, pushing those knees towards onto the bed, getting a 3-point contact, base of the spine or bottom and the two knees touching the bed here. This will open the hips. If you don't have a bed that raises, just having your hands behind you like this, straight, shoulders back, and pushing down also is another way to get the same element of movement or opening in the hips here. Stay here for a couple more breaths. And now bend the elbows, release the feet out in front, carefully lift up, maybe use a fist or hand so you can get the brick out from underneath. And now we'll go for two of my favorite eye yoga practices. They're really good for reducing the fatigue of repetitive staring, which can happen a lot with television screens in hospitals or elsewhere. And we'll take our right thumb, left hand just on the knee, right thumb, and we're going to make a giant circle. Now you don't want to move the neck or the head. Make a giant circle and raise the thumb up as high as you can, still keeping in the range of vision. You're working the eye muscles, so they're tracking your thumb. Once you have a nice big circle, add the breath element again. Match the movement with the breath. So inhale as you're going up to the apex, the top of the circle. Exhale as you're going down and around. Again, keep steady. No neck or head movement, only focusing on the eyes moving and tracking that thumb. And pause. And now obviously it's yoga. We do everything in equals. The counter pose, opposite direction. So coming up, inhale, all the way to the top, down and around. And pause. And let's go for the other side here. In between eye yoga practices, it's always very nice to do what's called palming. So rub your hands together, warming up, stimulating the circulation around the eyes. Once your hands are warm, just cover the sockets with the eyes closed. Hold here for a moment. Deep belly breath. And one more time, rub your hands together. And again, covering the sockets of the eyes here. Remember, keep your chin raised at all times. Nice deep belly breath. And you keep your hands here until they cool, actually. And then release. Left thumb, same thing. So making a circle clockwise. First, just concentrating on making the circle high and up and around at the very edges of your peripheral vision. Then add the breath. Continue. Inhale up. Exhale down. Pause to the bottom, and then same thing. Make your circle counterclockwise, opposite direction what you just did. And follow it with the breath. Time around. Okay, one of my other favorite ones, I think we're, with luck, fit in the camera screen in vertical, is the peripheral or side vision. So extend your arms out, raise your thumbs, and the center is going to be your inhale breath with the gaze of the eyes. Just move here a little bit, make sure both hands on the camera. And then, so inhale the center. Keep again the head completely locked, fixed. Exhale, look out to your left thumb. Nice long breath. Then inhale, come back to center. Just with the sight, and then exhale out to your right thumb. Inhale back to center. Exhale to your left thumb. Inhale back to center. Exhale to your right thumb. Inhale back to center. A few more rounds, just at your own pace. Carry on. Make those eyeball muscles work. Inhale, next inhale back to center. And let's raise our hands to our heart for namaste. And thank you very much, everyone, for joining. Michael Sands here with Yoga in Bed. Hope you're inspired. And see you again soon. If you haven't already, please subscribe to the Michael Sands Yoga, Skateboard, Meditation, and CrossFit channel. Have a great day. Namaste.